The thing that I find interesting in listening to all your interviews is people talking about the impact that your music has had on so many people. But the fact is, I mean, I've been meditating since 1969.
This morning?
Yeah, meditating
Okay,
this
good.
morning. I've been teaching it for almost 40 years.
Yeah.
Head up the foundation. But the thing, while the music has had such an impact, the fact is, Ringo, you guys going and meeting Maharishi and then talking about it, actually now, like, millions of people are accessing that field of peace and love within.
Yeah.
And that has transformed lives, I don't know, differently than the beautiful music you produced. And I think this event where you're being honored for a lifetime of peace and love is very significant. I mean, just by setting it up, millions of people meditating. It's in schools, it's in businesses, it's everywhere, it's mainstream. And you went in 1967, met Maharishi, and started the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, the meeting of Maharishi is what started, and the other part of the story was John and George going to a seminar of his in the Hilton.
In London.
In London, and coming back and leaving me a message to say, we met this man. Didn't even say who he was. We met this man. We're going to Wales. You got to come. So, okay, so and we went. And when I first met him, it was in a room because it was in a university. So we're like in dorm, you know, in a dormitory. We're all living. And it's one of those mind-altering moments of your life, because the man was so full of joy, you know, and happiness, and it just blew me away, you know. On my best day, I never felt like he looked. It was so far out. He was so, I just thought, I want some of that, you know what I mean? I was the best thing that could happen.
Where were you before that? What were you?
Well, I never meditated in my life.
But even just your head,
No, my head was a bit, in those last sort of 67, mainly 67 was a bit confused. A lot of things were going on. And anyway, he was one of the people who helped me out of that. Just, not that he said, here, I'm helping you out. He was helping everybody, but he seriously helped me.
Okay, let's fast forward.
Yeah.
So we fast forward to this event for you receiving the Lifetime of Peace and Love Award.
Yeah, how great is that? I mean, you know, I was asked, would you receive? What do you mean, would I? Honored to receive. You know, it's great.
And what is it, you know, you've come to know David, your sense of David in his work.
The sense of David in his work is brilliant. I mean, he's doing a lot more than I am, and you, and, you know, the foundation. I mean, that's what it's working for. You know, I mean, the big one for me, of course, is the bringing meditation into schools. And, you know, and he was telling me that, you know, they know from the heads of schools that the violence has gone down. How far out is that? Yeah. You know?
Particularly when kids are taking guns into school.
I know. Yeah. Well, you know, it's in like hard schools it mainly goes in. That is incredible. You have to support him for that.